Hello everyone and welcome back to Melanie's Matters. As I said before in other videos, this is a space where we as entrepreneurs and artists and creators can be completely just free, right? And those of you who would like to have an interview, please feel free to send me an email, and that's Melanie's Matters, MELONIS @gmail.com. Okay, because I would love to interview other people who are creators and entrepreneurs such as myself, just to get the story, the story, because I think it's super impactful. I know that on this forum, that in the internet itself, it's a lot of space and opportunity for those who are artists and entrepreneurs, but I do not think it's a lot of space for those who are truly creators of something or inventors of something. So on this forum, I'm sharing all of my ups and downs, my ins and outs, and just being completely transparent about the challenges that I've had and the successes that I've had. And so yesterday, I did a video, and it was about my book, A Typical Journey. If you'd like to receive a copy of that, they are going for $12, and you can send me an email. The book is a very, very good book, and that's just not me saying it because I created it, but that is just what the general consensus is from people who have purchased the book. So I will pick up where I left off, which is now I have this book, and now I'm faced with, okay, now I have to promote the book. And when I tell you promoting and getting the word out there about any service and any product, that is a challenge, and that is always a challenge when you have anything. I don't care what it is. Okay, so I have gone to community events to promote the book. I've stopped people at Walmart while they were shopping to purchase the book. I have done radio shows. I've done YouTube channels. I've done everything to promote this book, right? And the book roughly cost about between $3,000 and $4,000, between publishing, editing, and everything that has had to go into the book, right? That's how much it costs. And so through everything that I did to promote the book and to sell the book, I probably made a couple of dollars, off the book. I've done a lot with the book, and I'll continue to do a lot with the book, not just to recoup money. I've recouped the money, but to continue to help folks. And like I said in the other video, this book will be around after I'm gone, and that is such a blessing. Okay, so now I'm in a space where I have to promote the book, right? Because nobody's just going to walk up to me and say, hey, I want your book. That's not happening, right? So now I'm in a space of, okay, I need to promote what I'm going to do. And I promoted, y'all. Promoted. Okay, and I tell you no lie, it became exhausting. It was exhausting, right? But that is just a piece of it that you have to do. You just have to do, because there are millions of authors out here. Millions of authors. Millions. Okay, so if anybody is thinking about writing a book, just know that your book is no different than anybody else's out there. Let's just be honest about it. It's just really about how your book connects to people and what's going on at the time, and and how you promote it. Point blank, period. Okay, so now I'm in a space, I'm like, okay, I have to do something. Because I looked at everything. I looked at everything, and I said, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. Okay? Because I was paying folks to come on their show. I was, just promoting. I said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a forum where entrepreneurs, artists can, come to me and they can promote themselves, right? And I'll do interviews, I'll create like a space, for them. They can advertise, all of these things. And I did it, y'all. I absolutely did it. I did it. I have interviewed on different forums, not just Melanie's, not just the YouTube forum. It was an online radio show. I mean, I just interviewed a lot of folks, right? A lot of folks. And in addition to just interviewing people, I also had a Melanie's Matters newsletter. See, y'all? And this was like some years ago now. I know people doing it now, but this was like some years ago when it just wasn't a lot of space for this. It just was not a lot of space for this. And so I was interviewing some people to note. King Sosa, I interviewed him. Dwight Pettit, I interviewed him. Oh my gosh, Erica Buffalo. And these are people. Some people lived where I live, and then some people were, in other states. People from down south. I mean, I've interviewed a lot of folks, y'all. Y'all could go back and look at, some of my interviews. I interviewed Dr. Aker Black. And that was a phenomenal interview, and that was about stalking. I've interviewed a lot of folks, right? I've done a lot of things to impact, the community, and I was like, wow, this is like amazing. This is amazing. And it worked because what I was also able to do was not just promote other folks, I was still promoting myself. How? Because I was putting my book out there, I was talking about my show, I was still promoting myself. So that worked. So, and it just gave me an opportunity to meet other folks, which was a grand, awesome thing. That was an awesome thing, because you don't know the work that people put into just getting themselves out there. You don't know the challenges, because, and we all know it's a million singers out there, there's a million rappers out there, there's a million authors out there, there's a million artists out there. It's just a million, and people were searching for that form, and I was able to give it to them. And the only reason why I stopped is because I got tired. Again, when you are an entrepreneur, it's really about figuring out how to work smarter and not how to work harder, right? And then, to be quite honest, again, I'm being completely transparent. And then, people were looking at, okay, well, they're paying for this service, even to be in the newsletter. Like how many people were seeing it. And if you know anything about newsletters, right? And I was putting them out everywhere. I was putting them in people's mailboxes. I was putting them in stores, and it's all about not only people picking them up, because people did read them, okay? But what is the next step? The next step is, well, they need to buy something, right? I had a girl who sold candles, and she not only did an interview with me, she was in my newsletter, and she would pay me, to be in my newsletter. And people picked up those newsletters. I picked a very high traffic store. People were picking up the newsletters, but people were not making the purchases. So, over time, I just had to, look at the grand scheme of things. And I want my customers to be successful. I want them to, if they're spending their money with me, and we're not talking about a little, a couple of dollars, we're talking about, some money. So if they're spending money with me, I want them to be successful. I don't, I want them